Hi everyone. So I have Avni Khandelwal today with me on board, who has got a seat in SLS Pune for the BA LLB program this year. So Avni, how is the feeling?
Sir, it feels amazing. Genuinely feels really great, especially seeing what has been happening recently with the law exams itself. So, yeah.
So you were here from in fact from 2023, you were a foundation batch student here preparing for CLAT as well. But somehow the rank which you secured in CLAT could not get you to the dream NLUs like you desired for the top 3 always. But then how did the CLAT preparation and the workshop classes held at the end for SLAT, how did it help you?
Sir, the pattern between CLAT and SLAT, the exam were mostly similar. So the mock that we did give, even though it is an online mode, the questions were much more difficult. So even if the paper was going to be tough, I was ready for it. And moreover, the mock interview that I gave with you, it really helped me a lot, because I genuinely do think the interview was a big part in the preparation, in the selection itself. And the CV, I think, does impress everyone. So yeah.
Okay, so what was the strategy for the SLAT preparation?
Because we had CLAT and ALET as well, so I think I had 5 days for the 13th one and then 7 for the 15th one. I also had my pre-boards in the same dates, I think. But I think through the help that I took from the mentorship, it really helped me. The strategy was basically to revise whatever I have studied before. I also looked at previous year questions of SLAT, which was one of the main things that that you also told us to do. That just revise the concepts, just study the formulas, and yeah, that is basically what I did.
Okay, so what role did the CLAT preparation as well as the workshop classes which was conducted at the end play in the SLAT examination?
Sir, the workshop classes specifically helped us because there were certain topics which were very prominent at the end. There were certain things that were, it was known ki ye to aayenge hi, right? So those were very well, we understood it again and again. And once you revise something again and again, it once एक बार दिमाग में आ जाता है, और फिर once it is built in your brain, it cannot be removed easily. And that is one thing that helped me. And CLAT strategy in itself, how we solved our maths problem firstly, because this time SLAT ka paper there was a lot of math in it, which people did not think ki hoga itna. But I think because we prep for CLAT also, मतलब math को भी उतना ही time दिया जितना हम दूसरे subjects को देते हैं. So equally, जब time distribute करा, तो it really helped me even in the math section itself.
Chalo, great to know that. So how many mocks did you write for the SLAT exam?
For SLAT itself, I think I wrote daily 1, and then last के 3 days I wrote 2. Last day I wrote only 1, and उससे पहले I wrote 2, and हाँ ऐसे.
So when you actually had written the mocks for SLAT, did you build that confidence कि हाँ ठीक है SLAT हो जाएगा?
I think after CLAT के result na as you wanted to be, that is my aim was top 3 NLUs, and it did not go that way. So I was a little nervous कि I don't know how it will go. But I think the preparation strategy, it just worked out. I think I did enough that it helped me to get where I got in. So.
Okay, so finally you have opted for BA LLB, right?
Yeah.
But you also got selected for BB LLB.
Yeah.
What were the kind of questions which were asked to you in the interview?
For SLS Pune, actually, I thought my interview was rather tougher because I asked my friends. One of the things that they asked me was one of the things that I thought was easy was that they asked me what do you think about a drug-free India? So I answered that in DPSPs we see that it is a state policy at the end, but a drug-free India would at the end crime ko kam karta hai, and we have studied all of this.
Right.
So I also think कि CLAT में when we study the situation things, because legal में we do study
principal facts based questions.
So we know about the situations that implemented in those questions really helped me a lot. One thing where I did get stuck, was when they asked me a person's name, a specific person's name. So because you don't know every person, you can't answer every question. But I basically told them that I do not know them and I look into it, and I think that is what they want. They want confidence that you will learn rather. So,
okay, great. So what message would you like to give to the students who are aspiring for CLAT and any of the law entrance exams next year?
I would like to tell you all that do not stress too much about every little thing, especially about giving mocks and thinking about how much marks you are getting in each mock. Because at the end, the CLAT paper and the mocks will never be the same. Sometimes the mocks are even tougher. They're preparing you so that you get into the best NLUs. So even the best, any best law college. So I think do not stress about every mock. Rather look at the bigger goal and take small steps for it. Yeah.
And also, because you were in 12th, so how did you maintain a balance between your boards preparation and the law exams?
Sir, I think both my school as well as the faculty here were very generous about it, that you don't have to stick to one thing. Balance is obviously needed because boards are equally important, especially when we have our parents do make it important that you have to prepare for boards even if you get into a college. I think one thing that really helped me was that I divided it. It was not always a balance, because sometimes you have to study more for CLAT and less for both. But I think the balance was when you make a schedule. One thing that you really need to do is write it down and put it on your wall, and then just checklist it every day that you've done this, you've done that, because that really helps a lot.
So finally, what role did CLAT prep play in your success?
I think CLAT prep has played a huge role in my success, which is because I gave their mocks, I attended their sessions. Even when I talked to sir himself or any faculty, it was the mocks that I gave or whatever resources that I received were all helpful in my preparation strategy, because I do think nobody is acquired, they do not actually have the skills of giving competitive exams already. So going through these questions, even listening to the strategies that we have to build up, that all helped me a lot. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Avni, for being on board with us. And I believe that your words will truly inspire the upcoming aspirants as well. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors.
Thank you, sir.